vitally important to all of us living here in South Louisiana, and so is the environment. The Campaign for Human Development is the United States Catholic Bishops' anti-poverty program. And through education and action programs, the Campaign for Human Development seeks to empower the poor and the low income to help themselves out of what Pope Paul VI has called the hellish cycle of poverty. The environment is an important issue to the United States Catholic bishops. Today on this section of Reel to Reel, we'd like to talk to Marylee, who is the Executive Director of the Louisiana Environment Action Network, one of the recipients of some funds from the Campaign for Human Development. We asked Marylee to tell us what her organization does.
LEAN is the only statewide environmental organization in Louisiana. We're an organization of committed individuals and over 50 local grassroots environmental organizations here, fighting for environmental justice.
What do you do? How do you go about that?
We go about it by seminars and by rallies and actions. We believe that actions bring about positive changes. We're an empowerment organization. We empower people on their issue. For instance, if you would call us about a particular problem, we act as a clearinghouse. We network you with someone else who has a similar problem. We also emphasize mutual support, that you can do it, that you can win on your issue and protect the environment for the future generations of Louisiana.
When you empower somebody, give us an idea what empowerment means and how do you help them?
Well, very basic empowerment. Well, for instance, how to use the system, how to lobby. When I say how to lobby, many of our folks come from rural areas. We tell them where to park. We meet them at the elevator. We help them get an appointment with their representative or senator. We help them learn how to lobby on the floor, how to testify, how to hand in their card, all the basic steps of how to use their system, and help them realize they can do it. And there's folks down there like myself who didn't know anything about that, who can say, look, I've done it, and you can do it too.
How serious is the problem for us in Louisiana?
It's critical, Bob. The problems are massive. We are #1 in the discharge of toxics to our air, land, and water. And our community people's health are impacted. We're #1 in some form of cancers here in Louisiana. And the people are ready to, what I call, take it to the streets about this issue. And Campaign Human Development has helped shine a light on this very, very important and vital issue. One thing I really want the people to understand is we do not want to close down industry. We just want them to be more responsible and better neighbors in our communities. I think people have this notion that environmentalists are anti-everything. We're not anti-anything. We're pro-good environment. We're pro a good future, pro-healthy environment for the children. And we do want economic development, but we want industries are here that are responsible. And there are some good industries. Not all industries are bad.
The Louisiana Environmental Action Network empowers local communities and local citizens to become involved in the struggle to clean up the atmosphere. Les Ann Kirkland is a co-leader of an organization called AWARE in Iberville Parish. And Les Ann tells us how she became involved.
We started our group in March of '86. Dow Chemical asked for a permit to commercially incinerate hazardous waste. It would be brought in from all over the country by barge and rail and truck, and if we're making 25% of the nation's chemicals, then we're making 25% of the nation's waste. So why should they take in even more? We were already overburdened, and it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. We went to a hearing and met two people who invited us to the LEAN conference, and as a result of going to the LEAN conference and meeting, 100 other people that we didn't know existed across the state who were interested in environmental things, 100 other people who were risking a lot in their personal life and financial life to work on the environment. You think you're alone, but because of meeting everyone, it kind of gave us the psychological boost that we needed to form our own group. And we also got involved in the formation of LEAN. So we were forming our group and LEAN at the same time and getting support from each other at the same time.
What does the future look like for us?
I'm optimistic. I think the campaign has been an important force in getting our message out here in Louisiana to the people, to not feel powerless over an issue that is so important. People can feel with the other problems that they have in their community that the environment is one that they simply can't deal with. The resources, the support, the networking that the campaign has done for our organization, sharing our vision has been absolutely critical to our success, and we are very, very grateful.
I'm so happy that the church has become involved in environmental issues. When we first formed the group, my cousin and I, Elizabeth A. Vance, we formed the group on a faith commitment. This is a moral issue. There's no moral justification to produce chemicals that are proven to give people cancer. And that's why we formed the group. That's what sustains us through our work. And we would just look at each other and we were kind of dismayed. Where is the church? The church should be involved in this because they're the only other global network besides the chemical industry. And it's your faith is really the only thing that can sustain you because it's a tremendous financial and psychological burden to do this kind of work. People perceive this as radical when, in fact, wanting clean air, clean land, clean water, healthy children is one of the most conservative things that I can think of to have as a goal.
What do you suggest to other people on how they can get involved like you got involved?
There are so many things you can do on so many different levels. A small thing like when you go to the grocery store to ask for a paper bag, not a plastic bag. The production of plastics is one of the things that's causing our groundwater contamination, and now we're going to the store and we're buying water and it's in a plastic bottle. It's going to continue the circle. So we have to go back and ask for things like glass and ask for things like paper. And you can, just little things, shopping wisely, picking products that don't have chemicals in them, asking your grandma, what did she use before we had all these wing-ding wonderful chemicals, they got by just fine.
I think one of the most exciting byproducts, I guess you could say, of the movement is that I think it can bring about great racial unity and it can bring about denominational unity. And I mean all spiritual leaders, both Jewish and Christian spiritual leaders, calling us to our duties as stewards over God's earth. I think it's very, very exciting, the possibilities of all those different types of folks working together on this basic life issue. It's wonderful.
Support for organizations such as these come from the Campaign for Human Development, the United States Catholic Bishops' organization to help the environment and to help the poor and the low income. The parish collection for the Campaign for Human Development will be taking up the weekend of November 17th and 18th. We ask you to be generous. If you'd like more information about the Campaign for Human Development, you can contact Becky Reiner, Savoy, at 387-0561 at the Catholic Life Center. Or if you'd like to know more about the LEAN organization, you can call Marylee Orr at 928-1315. For the Catholic Diocese of Baton Rouge, I'm Bob Furlow.